Hello everyone, it is Monday, December 19th, and I didn't do a video a couple days ago. I've been real busy at work and I don't get a lot of time off, and so I had I worked like 8 days in a row, and I didn't pick up my books for one. I was just too tired to do anything at that time by the time I get home. So I had some time and I thought, you know what, I'll do a video right now because I went to, since I'm never off on weekends, I love going to swap meets, or at least I used to, but now that I work on weekends I can't. And so on Sunday I woke up, I thought, you know what, I'm going to the outdoor swap meet. I like outdoor swap meets. You just never know what you're going to find. But like you, I watch a lot of YouTube videos where people sit there and say, yeah, I went to this yard sale and I picked up X-Men #1 for $1 in, perfect condition. Okay, well, that's good for you, but, sometimes you take that with a grain of salt because you just never know. But you know what? I'm sure the finds happen. I have found some really good things over the years, so it can happen. So I go to the swap meet, and I get there about 8:30, and it's not too busy yet. This swap meet's kind of weird. It's not like some swap meets where you got to be there at like 5:30 in the morning to try to find the good deals. People come to this a little later. They just kind of mosey in. It's not so much a selling swap meet, but they like to go there they eat the food. The food is really, really good. A lot of Hispanic food, real good. They have live bands who play. Families show up and walk around and buy the kid the little cheap, swap meet toys, and dad has a couple of beers, that type of thing. So I show up, and there's a lady I like to go see when I'm there, and she doesn't have like special books. She has, $2 books, $3 books that she sells them for, and sometimes you can find the $15, $20, $25 book. I did find a real high grade Deathstroke in there once, and so I like to go and just check it out. So I show up to the swap meet, I pay my $2 to get in, and I'm walking around, and as I'm walking towards her booth, I see a selling area, and there's a couple of guys going through some comic book boxes, and I thought, oh, I'll go check that out. So I walk over, and I see some books, and some are bagged, some are not bagged, some are just sitting in piles and boxes, and, not really, for the most part, taken care of. So I see a couple of pretty nice older Captain America 20-cent covers, and I pick them up, and these are particular ones are bagged and boarded, and they're really, really clean. So I asked the guy who's running it, how much are your books? And he says they are 3 for $10. So I thought, okay, well, let me look. I'm here, so let me look. So bottom line is I go through these books and I'm finding stuff, and the guy next to me has his stack already, and he's got a couple of really nice books in there. He had one that was a Submariner, like number 4 or 5, which, looked like in really good condition. So I thought, well, let me take a look. And so I end up buying totally 64 books. And I paid $175. And for the $175, I got 64 books. And he threw in 2 big Treasury Edition books, one from 76 and one from 77. And so I came back, and I already pulled the books out to get my money back, to get my $175 back. And they were a lot of Batman books that were a lot of the year 1, year 2 stuff, a lot, $20 to $25 books, and then a lot of $10 to $15 books. So those were already at the shop. I've already rebagged and boarded and put those in the shop, and they're all in really good, everything here is in really good condition. The Batman stuff is in great condition because it was more recent. So I will show you what I got. And again, there's no X-Men #1, no Werewolf by Night 32, no, Amazing Fantasy 15, no Action Comics 1. I don't have that fancy story today. But what I have are some really nice books. So we will get started. I'll show you what I got, and I'll tell you the grades that I gave them because I'm a difficult grader. And so my grades, I've already done the dirty work for you. Detective Comics 440 VG. This is all profit now. Challenges of the Unknown 79, fine, very fine. Sorry for the glare on the Mylar. Captain Marvel 41, near mint minus, beautiful book. Black Magic #1, fine. Demon #1, VG plus. Not a high grade book, but it's a Demon #1. Demon #2, very fine, minus. Star Wars #10, very fine, near mint. Star Wars #9, near mint minus. Submariner 33, very fine. Submariner 48 with a little Dr. Doom action, fine plus. Real nice book, I'm happy. Detective Comics 438, 100-page giant, very fine. Jeremy, he knows who that is. He knows what it is. Submariner number 2, special. I think I have this, yeah, VG fine. Hard to get these books in good condition because of the spines. Demon number 3, very fine minus. Sandman number 2, very fine plus. Sandman number 1, fine plus. Submariner 16, fine plus. Demon number 10, fine plus. My grading is a lot more difficult than other people's, so my fine pluses are other people's very fine minuses, very fine, so these books are really nice. Sandman number 4, very fine, near mint. Superman's Girlfriend, Lois Lane, 85, VG. Avengers 88 with a little Hulk action, that's a fine plus. Detective 429, fine plus. Submariners King Size Special number 1, VG. Submariner number 9, first appearance, Serpent Crown, beautiful book, fine plus. Friendly Ghost Casper, fine, very fine, 12 cents, that's why I bought it. Because it's always nice to have a little different book like that. It's a Harvey comic. Submariner 32, fine plus. Devil Dinosaur number 2, near mint plus, beautiful book. Devil Dinosaur number 1, very fine, near mint. Again, very nice book. And last but not, well, a couple more books. These are more of the bigger books I got. These are the nicer ones I got, the nicest ones I got. This is a Captain Marvel 33, very fine. This is a Thanos Origin. First appearance of Lobo, near mint plus. There is nothing wrong with that book. That is a beautiful book. Batman number 366. Very fine. Of course, that is the first Jason Todd in a Robin costume. And the creme de la creme of the find at the swap meet is a Batman 244, the Neal Adams iconic cover, fine, very fine. Beautiful book. Beautiful, beautiful book. Very hard to find this book. It's a very sought after book. So those were my books I picked up. Nothing, like I said, nothing high key. I didn't get the $1,000 book or all that stuff. I guess it's about right. I didn't get the, you know, the big $1,000 book, or, you know, I'm not going to be able to mortgage off my house. But what I got for the price, which was basically $2.35 a book, you can't go wrong. Okay, I am trying, you know, as everybody knows, I'm expanding my shop. I'm getting a bigger space, and in order to get the bigger space, I need more books. So that's what I did. I found books that I can put up on the wall. In my current space right now, I have 64 books hanging up on the wall. In my new space, I am going to have 311 books on the wall. That is a tremendous, tremendous difference in books. So I need a lot of books. So I'm very happy with that. And so I got a question for everybody out there. So when you go to a place and you go to a comic shop and you see a book that you like and you know it's a hot book, and we will use just whatever. I mean, any book you want, any hot book, okay? If it's in a high grade, do you expect to pay more than book value for it? If you know this book is just 9.6, 9.8, or, you know, 9.4, 9.6, do you mind paying if the high price guide price, let's say, is $50, and you pick a book up and you have a a book for $75, would you buy it? I ask those questions because I have a beautiful Legion of Monsters, and I use this as an example. This is probably the cleanest Legion of Monsters, first appearance of Legion of Monsters, out. I've had it looked at by several collectors and graders, and they say, best copy I've ever seen. Now that book prices in high grade, 9.2, at $50. I've already been offered $175 for it by a collector because he said that book is, you know, it's going to come back so strong, I got no problem paying way over book for it. So my question to you guys is that, do you have a problem with that? Because some people come in and they say, oh, there's no way I'm going to pay more than book. Matter of fact, I want to pay under book. You're not going to pay under book for vintage books. Vintage books are drying up. High grade, even now, it used to be the high grades, 9.6, 9.4s. Now the mid grades, 6, 6.5, 7, 7.5s, they're getting hard to find because everybody's buying them up. You know, the 12 cent, the 15 cent, they're getting harder and harder to find. Now the 20 cent high grades are getting hard to find. So my thing is, I'm a very difficult grader. I have good books at good prices, but I want to know what you have to say about that. Is it fair to assume that a person should pay over book for a high grade book, or, you know, for harder books to find, like, you know, the Neal Adams covers, the iconic covers, the Heroine cover is a good example. You can't get that book for book. You can't buy that for book price. And if you do, it's not going to be in great condition. But if a very fine on that book, you know, we'll say $75, very fines are selling for, you know, 100, 100 and a quarter, just because it's so hard to get. Just like that Neal Adams, I bought the 244s. Another one, hard to find. So, you know, let me know what you have to say. This was a quick video. I'm going to do another video this week in a couple days when the new comic books come out. This was just a quick look what I got, you know, and like I said, let me know what your take is on that. I'm real tired. You can probably tell on my face, but that's okay. Again, I'll have a video coming out. I got some people asking for some specific things like color touch-ups and how do you find that stuff. So I will get that. I didn't hang the banner up. Again, this was just a quick last-minute video. So if you like the video and you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the video. Tell your friends. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So that's kind of my goal. So again, real quick video. I appreciate everybody who watches. I hope you liked it. Hope you liked the books. Send me some questions. But as always, if you didn't like it, nothing I can do for you. Have a great night.